North Balford Library with Lakeland Library Region, and today is episode 10 of Boredom Busters. Woohoo! 10 episodes. So we are finally getting out of our little gardening kick. I know our last 3 episodes had to do with seeds and gardening, and I know not quite everybody's into it, but it was a fun science experiment. But I thought today might be a little bit fun to go in the complete opposite direction. And today we are going to be making mug cakes. So mug cakes are individual sized cakes / portions that are made in a coffee cup in a microwave. So these are great for summer because I don't know about you guys, but I have a massive sweet tooth and I love baked goods. But sometimes I don't want to use the oven. It heats up the house. For kids, it's really easy for you to burn yourself. Adults too if they're not careful. So I thought, let's make some cakes in the microwave. Let's get started. So welcome back to the kitchen for today's Boredom Buster. Mug cakes are super great for kids because you guys can do them pretty much completely on your own because you're cooking in the microwave. The one thing that you will need for both recipes is a mug. I like these nice big coffee mugs because it's got a really thick glass around it, so it helps it cook, and it's a really big size, so you're not making a mess. So what you're going to need for the vanilla confetti mug cake, you're going to need butter. You're going to need milk. Unfortunately, because we're at the library, we don't have any milk, so I'm using coffee whitener. You're going to need vanilla extract. You're going to need eggs. You're going to need white sugar. I have this container here. You're going to need flour. You're going to need baking powder and sprinkles. So let's get started. So we're going to start with our mug. And what's great is you mix everything into the mug so there's very little mess. So here at the library we don't have proper measuring spoons, so I am just using a regular tablespoon and a regular teaspoon. So to start off with, you need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your tablespoon of butter, put it in, take your other tablespoon of butter, put it in, and then take this over to the microwave and microwave it until the butter is melted. So I've microwaved my butter. As you can see, it's yellow in there and all liquidy. See? Okay, so we've got that. And now we need 1 tablespoon of milk. So got it kind of level there. Pour it in. And then vanilla extract, we need half a teaspoon of that. So I'm gonna grab that out and not fill this about half full. I mean, really, we could do it all the way full because I do love vanilla, but we'll follow the recipe this time mostly. And then 1 large egg yolk. So this is one that parents, you might need to help out with this. I just have a little container here for me to crack my eggs into as I drop it, so crack it. And then we're just trying to get rid of the egg white, so we're just kind of letting that ooze out and drop. catch the egg yolk in this other one. And I'll just kind of see if we can get that off and put that in there a little bit. Trying to get as much egg white out as we can because we just want the yolk for that. So as you can see, it's just the yolk in there now, mostly. So we're going to drop that in there and then drop those down there. And now we're going to take our fork and whisk this. Okay. So you can see that. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons, so I have another tablespoon here, of white sugar. So keep it fairly even if you're doing it this way. 1, 2. Whisk that together as well. So that helps it thicken a little bit. Okay. All right. And now we're gonna whisk in our flour and our baking powder. So for the flour, we need 4 tablespoons. So again, getting it kind of level. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the baking powder is a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna take this in and just kind of get the very tip of your teaspoon covered. Or again, if you have the proper measuring spoons, use those. All right. And then we're going to whisk this up again. Bring it a little bit closer so you guys can kind of see. There we go. And now, sprinkles. So you could just put it in however many sprinkles that you want. The recipe does say to use 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to go to these ones. And you know what, I'm gonna just, there we go. And then you want to stir those in. All right. And that is all of the ingredients for the vanilla confetti mug cake. I am going to show you now how to do the lemon sponge, and then we'll cook them both. Cake. It's very similar to the confetti one. It uses a lot of the same ingredients, but just slightly different proportions. So, to start off with, we need our mug. Again, it's another Tim Hortons mug, good size, has a nice thick rim around it, which is very important, and I'll explain why when we cook. So, for this first one, we need butter, we need eggs, we need milk, and I'm using coffee whitener again. We need vanilla extract, and then we also need lemon extract, and then we need sugar, flour, baking powder, and a teeny tiny bit of salt. So let's get started. So we have our mug, and we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of butter, just like the last one. So we'll scoop that out, go and melt it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then come back. So 1, 2. All right, so we have our melted butter. There we go. So, and then 1 large egg. This one you can just crack the egg into. You don't have to worry about just having the yolk or whatever, so. Do your best not to get any eggshells into your cake because that's no fun at all. And now we're gonna whisk it with our fork. Just kind of break up the egg. There we go. Okay. And now we need 2 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2. Okay. And then the vanilla, we need 1 teaspoon of that. And then 1 teaspoon of our vanilla. You can also do this with almond or any other flavor extract you like. 1 lemon. We're gonna whisk that together. And now, I'm not gonna lie, this cake is mostly sugar because we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of sugar. So that one I do have the proper measuring cup for. Make sure that's nice and level. Pour that in and then stir it. There we go. So you can kind of see that. Still very runny right now, but now we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of flour. Making sure they're kind of level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You don't want them heaping if you're using actual tablespoons. And then we're just going to mix that all together. Okay, so it's a little bit lumpy. Now we're going to add our baking powder, which is again that 1/4 of a teaspoon. So you just kind of want to get just the very tip of your teaspoon covered with baking powder. Dump that in. And then we want a teeny tiny pinch of salt. So, just gonna do that. Sprinkle just a little bit onto my hand. If you have a salt shaker, this is so much better. You see, it's got that little pinch. And then I'm just gonna pick up a pinch and put that in. And then the rest of this, I'll toss into my garbage. And now we're just gonna mix this. This one is a much thicker batter than the other one, but mix that. All right, so our batter is done for our cakes, and they're gonna get cooked in the microwave in the cups that we did them in. So really, the only dishes you'll have out of this are your cup, and then all of your measuring utensils, and then whatever spoon or fork you use to eat it. It's great. All right, so let's cook our mud cakes. So to start off with, we have our confetti, and we're gonna stick this in the microwave for 1 minute to start off with. and then we'll cook it in 10 to 15 second increments after that so that it's fully cooked. The reason why you want to make sure that you have a coffee mug that's really nice and thick is the mug itself is actually going to help cook your cake. So because it's in the microwave, it's kind of cooking from the inside out, and then with the hot cup, it's going to cook from the outside in. So once you have it pretty much done, you want to leave it for a couple of minutes or afterwards so that the outer part of the cup can cook it as well. And then the way to check to see if your cake is fully cooked is you take a knife or a toothpick, whatever, stick it into the middle of it, pull it out, and if it's clean, it's ready to eat. If it's not, it needs more cooking. So we've cooked it, the confetti cake for 1 minute. I'm gonna take it, let you see what it looks like. And then we're gonna stick this right into the middle. It's nice and spongy. And it comes out clean. But I am going to just stick it on the outside. And the outside is not ready. So I am gonna do it for another 15 seconds. And while it's cooking, I'm rinsing off my knife. Okay, my knife is clean again. The mug is hot. And we're just gonna stick in the edge again and a little bit better. I'm gonna do another 15 seconds and then it should be good. Again, the mug is nice and hot, so make sure you're grabbing it by the handle. And then stick that there and maybe 10 more seconds, and then it should be good. It's better to just kind of keep doing little bits like this and slowly cook it rather than overcook it and burning it. So you can see it's kind of getting dry. Just gonna stick in there and it's coming out clean. So I'm just gonna set it aside to let it finish cooking a little bit more. And now let's cook our lemon cake. So this one, because the batter is a little bit thicker, I'm actually gonna start with minute and a half. Just because I know that this one takes more time to cook. Look at how much this one puffed up. Alright, so now we've got our clean knife and we're gonna stick that right into the center and pull out. Okay, this one, it is a little bit dirty still, so we're gonna do another 15 seconds. The outside of the cup is hot, so again, remember to grab from the handle. This one, it gives us a really weird reflection, so it's kind of hard to see. And there we go. Much cleaner. And then we're just gonna stick down the side, but the side is not clean. So another 15 seconds. And the outside is really hot, so we're just gonna stick down there. We'll do it again, another 15 seconds. And then I think the outside of the mug will be hot enough to finish cooking it. So because these cakes do have raw eggs in them, that's another reason why you really want to make sure that they're fully cooked. There are lots of recipes for mug cakes online, and there's even a bunch without eggs, so it's a little bit easier. Well, the outside of the mug is really hot. There. Now we're gonna let that sit for about a minute, 2 minutes, and then our cakes are gonna be ready to eat. So that's mug cakes. I let mine cool a little bit so that I can have some. And I'm amazed with how these aren't rubbery, but I would strongly recommend adding a topping of some kind, whether it's whipped cream and strawberries or other fresh berries, or icing, or even just a sauce of some kind. Mug cakes, quick and easy, great snacks for any time. A little bit too big of a mouthful there, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and let me know if you try any other recipes out for mug cakes. Bye guys!